This is your home for worship and the word, K-Wave 107.9. Brian Perez and Kathy Parrish behind the scenes at the 26th Annual SoCal Harvest at Angel Stadium in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Did I get it all out?
You are
That's
so good.
a mouthful, isn't it?
Like, yeah,
That's a lot.
By Sunday night, I think I'll be telling people that we're in New York or
Excellent
something.
job.
I don't know. But our next guest is none other than Mac Powell from
Yay.
Third
Guess
Day.
Where? That's right, Third Day. How you doing, man?
I'm doing
Welcome.
great. Thanks for having me.
This is so cool to have you here. Have you
Sure
done
is.
Harvest Crusades before?
We have
Okay.
several times,
Mhm.
and I don't know. It's always great to be here. A lot of great people. Of course, being in California, beautiful people, and just very warm and kind. And I'm from the South, and I'm saying that. So
Yeah.
and the people.
You're not.
Oh yeah, and yeah, you didn't pick up on that. And then just being with Pastor Greg and hearing another great message from him, and seeing the great ministry that goes on. It's a pretty amazing event.
That's awesome. Does Greg call you personally and say, "Hey, Mac, I need you to do another crusade"?
Well, we do speak personally, but I don't think he ever asked me actually to do the event. We very gladly get the invitation somehow through booking agents and all that stuff. But I'm so glad that they invite us, because this is one of those events. Honestly, and I mean this, we do a lot of things like this. This one sticks out. It's really special, and it doesn't get old coming here and doing this. It's really cool.
What makes it different? What would you say?
Well, I think it's definitely the heart of the people that are putting on, the ministry that goes on, and just the message that is spoken. I mean, there's so many different things. There's so many answers to that question, but there's some intangibles too that you can't. It's just something, the Spirit of God that's leading here,
Mm-hmm.
and the history that's behind Harvest, and all the great ministry that's going on, the prayers that have gone on behind the scenes, and on the stage and in the stands. And I don't know, it's just special. You can't necessarily always put your finger on what that thing is.
And you feel it when you're performing, I'm sure.
Well, absolutely. Well, and it's not, even though Third Day's a pretty big band, we don't play stadiums all the time, so it's a pretty big deal to get to do something like this and to have this many people gather together. And it's even though we're professional, it's still something that makes you a little nervous before you go out there when you see these thousands upon thousands of people.
Wow.
Yeah. I was just going to say that you're making the rounds, you guys, and you're going to be headed in November to a place where we have another station, our sister station in Las Vegas, which is K-Wave Las Vegas 98.1.
Yeah,
so you're
great.
going to be playing at the Henderson Stadium.
We were just actually talking about that on the way here in the van. So yeah, we're really excited about that. And we're going to be back here October 30th.
Really?
At the that's changed names now. Microsoft Center, I think it's called now.
The
Used to be Nokia, yes.
And when's that?
Oh, wow.
October 30th.
October 30th.
Great.
I got to write
Doing
this
the
down.
Third Day
Awesome, write
tour,
that
yeah.
down,
Yes.
absolutely. And you're going to one of my favorite places. I'm sorry, I just have to mention it. Honolulu.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Next month.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, somebody's got to go.
That's so tough.
Suffering for Jesus.
Yeah. What a bummer. What a bummer.
Yeah.
Your latest CD, great job on that.
Thank you.
2 songs that stick out. They're like my personal favorites. First of all, Soul on Fire.
Yeah, of course.
Which you co-wrote. It's all of Third Day with Brenton Brown and Matt Marr.
Yeah.
Did you guys were you all in a room like this size?
We
when
weren't.
How did that work?
I wish I could tell the whole story, because it's in-depth story, but I'll give you the 5-second version.
Man.
The 1
And we'll
minute
have to
version.
interview you again in October.
Long story short, we were making our worship album called Lead Us Back, and we were almost done with it. And I'd written all the songs for the album, and our producer, Johnny McIntosh, used to play guitar for Brenton Brown, who lives here in California. And he said, Brenton's got a song that he never recorded that I really love. Would you like to maybe listen to it? And I said, nope, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, really?
It's not that I didn't want to hear it, but I thought we were done. I didn't want to try it. And we hadn't gotten any songs from anybody else. I just thought we're going to make it our record.
Yeah.
And he's like, come on, just listen to it. I said, okay, I'll listen to it. And I listened to it, and about 30 seconds in, I said, we got to record this song. It's pretty amazing. And we changed around some things, but we kept the main part of the chorus. And and as I'm a few days later, I don't know if it was a month later or a week later or whatever. In my mind, it was a few days. I don't know the exact, but we were playing at a big festival in the UK called Big Church Day Out, and Matt was there, And I love Matt Maher, love his music, and I wanted to ask his opinion. So I said, Matt, I've heard the song that Brenton Brown wrote. I want to play it for you and see what you think. And it's just a little bad demo version on I think it was on Brenton Brown's phone.
Okay.
And I played it for him, and Matt went, yeah, you got to record that song. And I said, well, we need to come up with a verse because I don't like the verse. I want to change it and keep it more upbeat and blah, blah, blah. And so Matt and I just sat there in about 30 minutes and finished the lyric and for the verse. And here we are with 11 weeks at number one and still in the top 5 after months and months. So it's one of the biggest third day songs ever. And it was a song I didn't even want to hear.
Yeah.
Well, we would have eventually heard it. It just might have been years, years more from now. But Maker is also the other song that I like.
Yeah, I love that song. It's one of the kind of hidden, it's in the back of the record, so not a lot of people will hear it. But there's something about the song. A lot of the record, Lead Us Back, is about the Exodus, and it's about that correlation between Moses and how God took Moses and used him to lead his people from slavery into the promised land. In the same way, God uses Jesus to lead us out of sin and the slavery of our sin to the promised land, to heaven and to salvation. And so Maker is kind of one of the Old Testament songs. It's almost separated in Old Testament songs and New Testament songs, Moses songs and Jesus songs, and some of them kind of do both, and that's definitely one of the Old Testament songs. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Wow.
Well, Mac Powell, thank you so much for stopping by.
Great to be here.
It's going to be awesome seeing you tonight up here.
Can't wait.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
And
we'll see you guys soon. We'll be back in California soon.
We'll see you then.
Absolutely.
All right. God bless.
God bless.